Um,
No, no, go ahead.
just a, oh, just a little feedback about me. I am a medical assistant and I work in fertility. And today wasn't bad. You have your patients hearing it at cuckoo. But
Mhm.
as far as that, I love what I do. And as far as the lies, sex, and deceit, I have a story.
Oh, she got a
I hope
story.
you guys so I used to work for this other company before the one at now, about 2 years ago. And was sitting on the train, getting off to go to work to my location I was working. And I've always took the same route. So I've never met this man before. And out of the blue, he just stops me and he just starts talking. And it's like 5 in the morning and my shift starts at 6:30. So I'm looking at him like, get out my face. So, I just keep walking, keep walking. I go upstairs and do what I have to do. The next day I see him again. This time he's like, listen, I know yesterday you wasn't feeling me, but just hear me out. So I'm looking at him and I'm like, he's dark skinned. Okay, that's my type. Kind of cute. He got all his hair. All right. What like let's see what he about. So I start asking questions like, first of all, I need to know, are you single? Are you single, or are you single and dating, or you with someone who thinks that y'all in a relationship? You can
Get
sometimes you
that
gotta
someone
clarify
else think y'all together. Yes, I know
that
you gotta ask all the right
have to
questions.
you have to clarify all that. So he's like, no, I'm single. I'm a single father. I have a set of twins, and I said, okay, cool. So every morning he would meet me, and we would have breakfast. He'd buy my coffee and stuff. And then like a couple of months down the line, it got kind of serious because I started bringing him lunch and stuff like that. We would have lunch together and all of that. Then, after a while, he met my son. He came over and we had a nice little dinner. Things went good. And my son liked him and everything. Then, we had our first encounter with sex, which was awesome. Fine. Everything's going good. Then he starts giving me these excuses why he couldn't in the night. And I'm like, especially on weekends where I didn't have my child with me. And I'm like, my son is at his dad's house. I'm free, got the whole house to myself, to spend a weekend with me. And he's like, oh, nah, I'm going to see about it. It went from his twins having allergy attacks and have to go to the hospital to no one be able to watch his twins. And I started questioning shit. Like, why every time
Flag
I
on
turn
the
around, it's an
field.
excuse?
Flag on the
Right
field.
here.
Yes.
He coming up with these good ass excuses. And I was just like, all right, fine, I can understand because I'm a single mother. Then he made a comment to me about how him and his aunt went to go look at houses. And I said, okay, cool. And he's like, she's elderly, so I'm living with her, help her out. I said, okay, no problem. And then I'm like, oh, so, how did the house hunt go? And he's like, oh, it went pretty good, but one of the rooms was small. So then I just came out and said, well, what are you doing this weekend? Maybe I'll come over there and spend the weekend with you. He came up with the bullshit excuse that it make no sense to me. He was like, oh, we in between houses right now. And I was like,
What
but
is that?
you sound crazy right now. Like something don't sound right. So I just came out and was like, listen, are you dating someone else? Like, what's going on? Like, because something is not right with you. So he kept avoiding the question. So I was at my wit's end. So the next day I seen him, I'm like, listen, you got to tell me what it is. I'm not going to keep doing this with you until you be honest with me. He finally came out and this man was married, living with the wife and everything. Yes, married. Yes.
The whole time.
Yes. I was so mad. I was so mad. I'm like, what do you mean you married? I said, why you didn't be honest with me and tell me that? Because if I would have told you, you wouldn't have been with me. You damn right I wouldn't have been with you.
You took away my option to choose. Like,
that's how you take my option away to choose. I was like, oh no. That was the last time I ever spoke to him ever again. Ever again. I was like, lose my number. I'm good. You ain't gonna get me in.
Crazy.
That's like how I look, messing with a married man. I said, that's crazy. And he never wore a wedding ring at all. Never. So it didn't make any sense to me. I was just like, what? You got a whole wife? Wow.
That's
So that's
crazy.
craziness.
I don't have a story. I've been married for a long time. Shirley, you got a story? No. Who else is on?
I'm just getting back in the dating scene, and
How
y'all
is
can
that
keep
going?
this. You can keep it.
You can keep it. She says the
You
ghetto.
can-
You can have it. I'm good.
You can keep it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you want to get involved with somebody, but everybody's all about wasting your time, and I'm over that.
Wasting your time. That
I'm
part.
over that. I'm over that. I want to be with you. I don't want to be with you. I want to be with you, but I got issues. Who the fuck no? We grown ass people. Who don't have issues? You know, put it on the table. Let me decide if I want to be bothered. If I don't want to be bothered, no harm, no foul.
No
If I
harm,
do
no
want to be
foul.
bothered, I know what I'm getting into. You know, but this jump in, jump out, keep it.
But we live in a world where everything is instant. These people are in instant relationships, instant. Everything is instant. It's like dating in the world today is like crazy because the way they do things is like, what? Like,
The
how?
dating
How
pool
do
has
you- how do you-
mercury in it. It has mercury and Project Piss. I'm sorry. Everybody eating seafood, they got mercury poison in the dating pool. They're retarded.
Right.
Not for real. Like the way people go about things, it's just like what? Like people don't know basic communication. Like a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening. Like that don't take no time. Like people don't know big consistency. Like you can't hit me up a week later. Like hey, I'm like I don't even remember you now.
No.
Like I don't even remember. Like you say you like somebody, and then it's like how do you like me if where's your communication? Like everything is literally instant. It's like oh. We started dating today. We in love next week, and now
Now you got a whole nother body in your house and you trying to figure out where the fuck this nigga came from. like
The
when
sad
did you move in?
yeah, we having the what's it that the hobosexuals, the ones that just be looking for a place to stay. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Like they lay it on hard and then just they lay it on hard and then just fall back. Like how you lay it on so hard, like tell me everything, we do everything great,
Because you
and then
meeting somebody
I don't hear from
representative.
you in a whole month.
You meeting
I
their
don't hear from you in 2
representative.
months.
You ain't
Or then
meeting
I don't
them,
hear
you
from
meeting
you in 6 months.
representative.
You eat my ass, because then when you come back, I got a whole lot to say to you.
You meeting their representative. You not meeting them up front. It's the representative.
You right with that one. They eat your ass and everything and turn around and they disappear on you. Hell,
And they ghost you.
Like ghost.
It's the truth.
Was it dad? Like was it dad?
Oh no, don't give me a good time and then leave. It's the give me a good
Thank
time
you.
and
That's
then
my
leave.
point. Thank you. Don't give me a good time and then turn around and I don't know you after 2 months. Now you're
That's
gonna
what
come
I'm
back
saying.
talking about,
Don't introduce
hey,
me to
how's
a vibe
everything?
that you cannot maintain. Like people introduce
Nigga got
Thank
your
you.
whole body in his mouth
Thank you.
and then turn around and just disappear. Like what?
Thank you.
Like, you just sucked my soul out of me. What's happening here? What is going on? I'm confused.
I'm
yeah,
like
it's-
gatekeeper. He a whole gatekeeper out here. He a fucking gatekeeper.
You say he's a
I'm so
gatekeeper.
over it.
I can't. Oh my
I'm
goodness.
so over it. It's such an incredible waste of time, waste of resources. Listen, I could have held on to that.
Right?
You
That
know,
fuck I gave you, I could have held on to it and fuck
held on to that.
Like,
Jesus.
that's ridiculous.
That's why when you date somebody, you ask them 1,000
Wait, what she
questions. Get
said?
you a notebook
ask
and
them all
start
those
writing
questions, and
questions
they
down.
wanna lie for
Ask
each
them
question.
1,000 questions. Who your mama? Who your daddy? Is your mama and daddy married? Where you live? Can I see
Sad but
your driver's license? How is your credit? Could you pay for your funeral if you would have died today? You gotta ask
I need to
1,000
write this
questions.
down.
Ask
I
them,
got to
who
write
you
this
at?
down. She dropping
Yeah.
gems.
Dad,
How's
she
your credit?
asking
Are you?
funeral
Is your
questions.
mama and daddy together? Is your father a wife beater? Are you a wife beater? Are you? You
Y'all
gotta
really
ask
writing
them a
this stuff
million
down. She
questions. Ask
dropping the
them
gems.
everything.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
It don't matter if they look
hey,
good.
lady.
Ask them 1,000 questions. Yeah.
That's
Where
right.
you live at? Do you live with your mama? Do you live with your daddy? who you live with, where you work, how long you been at your job. You ask him 1,000 questions. Now, if he after that,
Are
day,
you a
if he
child
come back
molester?
after
Do you
that
have to
day,
touch little
then
boys
he there to stay.
like, or little girls? Which one?
Oh my
Everything.
That
Lord.
ain't shit. I asked
Ask
a
him
nigga all
1,000
that.
questions and
All
Google
that.
him.
I asked
Google him.
him.
Pay
I
that
asked
money,
this
go
man all
online
that.
and find out where he live.
Found
I
out
just-
where he lived.
Yeah,
Know
Google him.
about
I
his
Google
mama, know
everybody.
about his daddy, know about his kids, know about the baby mama, and the nigga still ain't shit.
Nah, I'm checking.
That's true. That is true. That is so true.
Garbage.
That is so true.
Still ain't shit.
Yep.
Purple lady, I
What
just
the
joined to
fuck?
see if y'all was
And
talking
get a
about some
recorder.
dangly
Record
parts.
the
Y'all,
answer to the question.
What'd you say, Leslie?
I joined to see if y'all talk about dangly parts. Y'all talk about mamas and daddies and
No, we talking about these guys, this date, dating in the today.
y'all the dangly parts.
You missed that
I don't want the dangly parts because of who it's connected to.
Oh
Don't
God.
Right?
Oh,
Don't
that's
even
what we
want
was-
it.
I
You
just
got a
did-
story, Leslie? Because they talk
I got-
about giving them stories.
well,
Well,
But you know,
here's my story.
all of this requires is
Here's my story on
because you done it.
my story on cheating is if you wear protection, it ain't cheating.
that's what they got it. That was it for me. If you wash your hands with gloves on, is your hands clean? If you wash your hands with gloves on, is your hands clean?
But I'm saying
That's the analogy.
If you wash your hands with
the
gloves on,
plastic.
oh, you shut the fuck up. Because
Wash your hands with gloves on.
If you wash your hands with gloves
plastic
on, did you wash
touch.
your hands? That's the thing.
I'm just saying, it wasn't you. It wasn't skin to skin. It was the plastic.
Skin. So wow.
So there was no skin to skin action. How is that possible? Because you don't kiss
Because
either.
it was some
It was in a
stuff
condom. It was wrapped up.
in the condom and the
some
female
type of skin
condom.
is touching
Something was
somebody's
there.
skin, no?
It was no bodily fluid exchange, so everything is good.
Nah, that's a new one. That's a new one for the books.
That's my
That is
story.
Shit,
That's
you
for
learn
the books
something new
right
every
there.
day.
Learn something new.
That's what
that
they
was
said. Intercourse
Who said
is
that? Leslie, who said that?
exchange,
It definitely.
You need a
but
whole body
there's
condom
no
for that to be-
exchanges. There was no exchange. It didn't say it had to be good. It just said it happened.
Nah, that's crazy.
That's the story.
That's crazy.
Did you cheat? No.
Mm-mm. Well, she said,
You could catch me.
Sound like there's another story.
Well, I mean, it's a conversation you could get out.
We
Oh, the-
listening.
We all is.
It's a
I'm just
judgment-free
saying
zone. That's a
It's a
fact.
judgment-free zone.
I just feel like if that's what happened, then that's what happened, and nothing was exchanged. So then there's no real.
You putting that shit around your head?
You're not.
You took the headband off. I feel like you took that shit off her head first, right?
it was on my head.
Oh yeah, hustle's loud. Carrie got a story you can talk to us? You frozen. You got a story, Carol? Oh, she can't hear me no more. What's she doing? You muted yourself.
I wasn't talking. I'm listening.
I asked if you had a story.
I came in on the ass eating. I'm just listening.
You don't have a story to tell?
I had to put my ear close. Some things I didn't miss no word. I ain't gonna miss nothing. I'm learning today. No story.
You just learning? Nah. You taking
Nah,
notes?
somebody gotta have another sex light and deceit story. Come on. This plenty.
It's
In
three
this
out
world.
there.
Exactly. I don't have any.
Yo, you a whole liar.
There's three of them over there, and one of them got another story. Hey, Yasmin, you got a story?
Hey everyone, I read the topic, but I don't know what you guys have got up to, and I don't know if I want to share a story or.
We talk about stories of lies or deceit or sex or whatever. Listen, they got a lot going on. They was talking about a lot of stuff. We found out that it's not cheating if you wear a condom because, you know, if you wash your hands with gloves on, did you wash your hands? You gotta blink.
Wait, what?
That's what we learned.
To protect the names of the innocent. I don't want to share a story, but
you can share a story without naming names. Nobody named names.
This is me we're talking about, but all right.
Well, you didn't have to say that. How we would have known. We listening.
No, it's okay. Bye. I won't.
You suck. I don't have a story. That's crazy.
Teresa, you don't got no story?
No, I don't know. I'm just.
Nigga said, you're not gonna shout my name out.
Right? And this is recorded. You're not gonna have me incriminating myself.
I didn't incriminate myself because most of y'all who know me know I live a poly lifestyle. So well, sometimes me and my husband date together, sometimes we date apart. So we've had some interesting situations. Now, the people we've dated together, that didn't work, and it didn't have nothing to do with us. Because most people in the couples know it's been these crazy chicks. One, she lied about ever being in the lifestyle, and we found out she was like 730 for real.
Wow.
And like she wanted so bad to tell like people that, you know, she's a part of this relationship, but like not everybody's gonna accept it like you think. Like she had a whole beef with her mother about it and everything. And her mother's like, oh, they're using you. I'm like, no, she was living with us and living rent free. It sounded like she was using us. Like it wasn't the other way around.
Like, sorry, mom.
Like exactly. Like she living here rent free, doing like we pretty much is taking care of.
Y'all ain't do a good job. That girl was up to set. Yeah.
No, she checked herself into the mental institution.
Y'all ate all the peanut butter jelly from her.
She checked herself into the mental institution. She was going to like, so I was like, maybe
wait, she checked herself into the mental institution.
Because I told you she was 730. I was like, you know what? Maybe
Nah,
and you don't need to be in the. It wasn't us.
No. She sounds 745. That's the problem.
Oh, that's what happened. That's your story. You sticking to it?
Nah. So I was like, you need to work on you. You know, maybe you don't need to be in a relationship. Oh, you broke up with me. This, that. Like, girl, you need to focus on you and your mental health. I'm like, I'm trying to help you. Like, trying to worry about two other people.
You left me, Teresa. You left me.
It really was like that. Like, you left me, this, that. I'm like, girl, no, I didn't tell you. I didn't even tell you got to get out. Nothing. Just you need to focus on you, like, and build yourself up. And she like, it wasn't until like I think last year we had lunch together, and she was like, you know, you was right. I didn't know, you know, at the time or whatever. I'm like, I'm gonna need that in writing because you know, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that.
Write it in.
I'm gonna need that in writing. No, she was like, y'all was doing the best for me, and what you know, when I didn't take it that way, I'm like, nah, and these must be different. And it was another person that we was dating.
She must have got her meds regulated.
Say that again.
She was good now. Now she was good.
The meds is regulated, so now she got common sense.
That part, yes.
Mm-mm.
So there was another person, and it was like somebody would have never thought of, or whatever the case may be. And then this person is single, no kids, no nothing. It's like, and then I started realizing this person was not exciting at all. Like, I'm like, I can't be more exciting than you with my mad kids and my husband. Like, you should be coming to see me. You can't have holes in your bras and stuff. Like, sis, you're supposed to be. You supposed to be like
what?
like
laughing my ass off. Laughing my whole ass off.
That's discrimination. That's discrimination.
How is it discrimination?
Because girls with holy bras need love too. That's bad business.
I get that. But if you come in to stay the night or something, like, you're supposed to pull out your best stuff.
Give us some thread.
Give us some thread. No, I'm crying with the thread. You're supposed to pull out your best stuff, or like. Then I started realizing, like, she didn't have no personality enough. It's like, what you want to watch? Whatever you want to watch. What do you want to do? Whatever you want to do. It's like, oh, this is not going to work.
Hell no.
This is not going to work. I promise you not going to work. But like she just, it was just like no self-love, no nothing. It was like, yeah, this is not.
Go to sleep. Let's go to sleep.
Wow.
I can't do it. Can't do it.
So next time you should have goodie bags at the door. Like, you're supposed to have to-go bags, like to-come bags. To-come bags. Like,
enjoy. Like, here you go.
You gotta have entry bags at the door. Like, your color.
Nah, I'm like, yeah, no.
What? Goodie bags at the door.
So after those few things, it was like, yeah, maybe we should just date separately. This together thing ain't working. So trying to get to know females. I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but there's something seriously wrong with females.
I'm trying to tell you.
I learned that long time ago.
I don't even know how guys do it, because, oh my God. Trying to talk to females and all, like, you would think, okay, a female knows what a female likes, and it's like,
I can't wait. I can't wait to be reincarnated.
But you have to realize
back as a woman.
You have to realize that when you dating females, not every female knows what they like. They don't really know themselves that well, and that's something that you really got to try to like decipher.
That's ghetto.
Before you even get in the bed.
Now
like,
you gotta
figure that out. Like, does she know what she likes?
Before we even get to that point, it's just communication and stuff. You like when somebody hits you up and all of this, that, like, if you deciding that you're gonna date females, then you know that females like that. And hey, let me hit her up, let me do this, let me show how I like what?
So you should have the questionnaire with the good.
Apparently, you need a
questionnaire.
Jesus. Survey. I'm gonna need you to fill out this survey, sis.
Word. She might be right. You might have to do a pre-survey before you even go on the first date. Answer these questions first.
And you gotta do a date. Like, it don't even make it be like it be 3 weeks past, like, hey sis, like, no, I don't know you. I don't know you.
No, you gotta give them a rose. You gotta set them up. Like, you gotta get a ringer in there and see if they act crazy. We was just playing.
We was just playing. So like, the date, we trying to date, and it's just not it at all. It's like, dude, you want to go on cute dates, you want to do stuff together, or it's like, where's she at?
Yeah, because then it sounds one-sided. If you hitting them up all the time, and then when they decide to hit you back, it's 4 weeks later, and you like, sis, I'm over it. Like, I done moved on. Like,
wow.
Niggas do it too. Niggas do it shit too. Niggas do the same shit.
Like,
that's the shit I don't like though, because if I can come to you with like a whole bunch of questions, I'm the type of person, like, I love to ask questions. I love to know where your head is at. And if I'm the only one asking questions, it's be like, all right, so where is this going?
Right, exactly. Because am I wasting my time? Like, am I dating myself? Because you supposed to be wanting to know about me too. Ask me some questions.
Right, like, it needs to be
interrogate me like I'm interrogating you. Like,
but you know,
I feel like I'm doing too much. Like, I'm being pushy. Because it's like,
right, exactly. They be like, oh, you too overbearing, or oh, you too aggressive. I'm aggressive because I'm asking questions, the questions I need to know.
Exactly. But you know, it go the other way, because I'm a secret squirrel. I don't say shit.
I'm a secret squirrel.
I don't say shit half the time neither, because if I find
I be
myself
checking everything
asking
out.
1,000
I be
questions and you ain't answering me, then I guess you don't
I
want to
got
know nothing
nothing
about
to
me.
say.
So I'm
Then
gonna
they
keep
be
my
like,
mouth shut.
what you think about? What you saw? I done seen everything, heard everything. I heard stuff wasn't even said.
Now I heard stuff that wasn't even said.
How the fuck is that possible? How is that possible?
Because you gotta be hearing what they not saying. When they put the phone down, boy, you had the phone in your hand all night long. Now it's face down. Move by.
That's true.
You gotta be hearing the stuff that they don't be saying because they be doing it.
What is that? Christian, the bullet. Go have it, Christian.
Yeah. No, but I get in trouble because I don't have too many questions because I'm here for the business situation, and when we finish, I gotta go.
I got to go. Wow.
Like, we don't need the undercover police. We don't need nobody checking out everything. Y'all wasting too much time in and out. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Here's the $40 on the night.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. She said here's the $40 for the nightstand. I can't.
Love you.
Listen.
Wow. Y'all doing a boomerang with Robert Gibbons and Eddie Murphy leaving money on the table and shit, making him feel like he was used. Oh,
and don't send me no flowers.
Look,
What?
You.
I had a little rendezvous like 2 weeks ago, right? And when I was leaving, the nigga was like, damn, you treated me like a business transaction. Oh. It is.
His feelings was hurt.
Press the green button while I'm getting on the elevator. Press the green button. I'm on my way down the elevator. That's the button. What the hell we talking about?
He was like, I wanted you to stay. Excuse me? Stay.
Staying is extra.
All right, soldier boy. Hey.
that sounds like a relationship.
Stay.
But how they want you to stay and we finish, ain't nothing else to do.
No, he wanted me to stay so he could
want to
get
cuddle.
energy back for
You want to
again.
cuddle and piddle.
Yeah,
pillow talk.
that was happening. That wasn't happening.
What you say? You one of them sensitives.
Not sensitive. Not the sensitive.
Oh man.
Nothing don't beat this dude that I was trying to talk to, right?
Oh.
This nigga was like he was feeding to like meet up. And I'm like, I'm not ready. You know, you're talking to somebody, but you're not ready to like meet up with them and hang out with them at first. So I'm like, yo, we just started talking. Like, let's get to, I don't know if you a serial killer, my nigga. Like, give me a chance. I don't like people who is too pushy. Like, yeah, you should apply some pressure, but at some point, bro, you gotta back up a little bit and like give me a chance to get to know you. So I'm the one asking majority of the questions though. And he's like, oh, let's meet up. I'll meet you at your house, blah, blah, blah. Can I come to your house? Because normally he said he gets off work at like 10 o'clock in the morning because he works for like FedEx or whatever. And he's like, oh, I'll come to your house after work and I'll rub your butt. And I'm like, that sounds all good and nice, but I got kids. Like, you can't just come to my house. Like, I don't know you. Like, you can't just come to my house. So I was like, why I can't come to your house? Oh, you can't come here. Can't nobody come here. My cousin don't play that. But you want to come to mine? Like, what? If I can't come to your house, then what we doing?
Like my kids don't play that. Like my kids
right, because you can meet me at the train station and touch my butt.
Yo, I
just want to touch your butt.
He was so weird, but then he hit me with, oh, we should get a hotel room, and when I get off work, I can meet you at the hotel room and we can, chill out for the day. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, no, we could do that. Then the nigga hit me with, can you pay for 2 nights?
Bye.
Who pay for 2 nights?
You can eat my ass.
Hell no.
Who pay for 2 nights? What?
For Pretty Woman.
I didn't say I wanted to meet you. You said you wanted to meet. Why do I have to pay for the 2 nights? I'm confused. Like, Where are we going?
He's an escort?
Must?
Escort.
I was paying for his services that I was not even looking for.
Exactly.
I'm confused. This man was like, "Oh, let's pay for 2 nights, and you can pay for the 2 nights, and I'll buy food." I said, "But I'm not hungry like that. Or we could just get some McDonald's." So your food don't even add up to what I
Like
paid
that's
for
not even
tonight.
equivalent, sir. No, sir.
Like you're not even making it make sense.
Sir, I'm like, "Sir, this ain't it. I'm sorry. It's not giving what it was supposed to give." I'm sorry. Yo,
Like
I just
no,
stopped
sir.
talking to that man. I straight ignored him. He kept texting me. Oh, I told that nigga I caught COVID.
Block and delete. Block and delete.
Block
I told
and delete.
I told him I
He
caught
is
COVID.
God on the COVID, people.
That's crazy.
I told him I caught COVID.
That
and
might have been sexual a lot of
I was like, I'm sorry. They just called me and told me my COVID test was positive. I can't.
Oh my gosh.
I was over it. You know they didn't deliver my damn package. Yo, I hate laser shit.
They suck.
But I don't understand why do relationships have to be so difficult if all you have to do is say what you want?
That's what I'm going through now. It's like people don't communicate.
Not so common.
People don't communicate. It's like you
that's just
assuming what the
common
other person
vibes.
wants instead of asking the conversation, asking the question. Like you just like, I'm gonna do this, and you're gonna do that, but we not on the same page. So we like,
Right.
I'm doing this, and you don't even like that, and I'm doing this, and you don't even like that. And this is people they sitting in situations and they're content, knowing damn well they don't like the way he breathe or anything, but I'm gonna be content because people say, oh, comfortability. If I'm unhappy, it's not comfortable.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
simple as asking questions. Hey, especially that's why I feel like every so often, every year, whatever you need. Hey, sit down. You still like the same things, or do you like? We need to have a conversation on whether or not we need to part ways here, so we don't be wasting 30, 40 years of our lives of not even. We just content. We just doing stuff. It's like, hey, you still like basketball? You eat lasagna still? Like you gotta ask these questions, like because people just be sitting there and just be like. It's like no, like these conversations need to be had. These things need to, all of this, man. People, it's just simple communication. It's like things should not have to be boring or all of that. Like you make your own excitement. Marriage is not one size fit all. Relationships not one size. You make it what you want. You make the rules, not society. You make the rules on how you want your situation to go. And people don't get that. They like, well, the society says, it's supposed to be a man.
Or the other side where they're like, they're not even judging what you choose. They just lie to you to fit what they want from you. Like, if we go on and this is what it's gonna be, then this is what it's gonna be. Don't lie, be like, baby, ain't no baby. This is a transaction.
Please. baby, please,
Yeah, people make situations difficult. People.
How do you guys know if marriage is not for you? Let's say you were married before and you seen where you went wrong. Both parties went wrong. Do you think based off of that, is it best for you to get married again? Like, how do you figure out if that's for you the second time around or the first time period?
See, right now, me and mine's, we're going through whatever we're going through. So right now we're kind of separated. So, but I'm like, if this doesn't work and we decide that I would never get married again. I wouldn't even want to be in a serious relationship at all. Like, it's just too much pressure. It's too much.
Your marriage needs to have a month-to-month contract.
Period.
So,
like, I feel like after you get to a certain amount of years, it's an expiration date.
Feel like renewing it?
Do you want to renew this or no? Because it's like, okay, like I don't never want to. The obligations and all of that, and it's like it's too much. And that's why I live the poly lifestyle, because to me, one person cannot be everything for one person. That's just not it. Like one person's not going to check every single box that you want them to check. And
you know what? I
Like,
totally agree
you
with
can
you
have
with that,
everything.
Teresa, because I was married to my son's father for 6 years. And in them 6 years, I wouldn't say it was a miserable marriage. Is that I saw a lot of things later on after we divorced
So
that
you make your
I
own.
could have avoided if I would have made better decisions. And now that I think about it, I'm like, do I really want to get married again? Because like I am talking to two dudes, but I'm like, damn, you know, is this something that I want to continue? Or do I just want to be with one person? And like you said, you never know. Not that you never know, but
these
like
two dudes bring the same thing to the table.
they both do. One doesn't want to get married. One does. They
No,
both
that's not
don't
what
want
I
no more
mean.
kids.
As far as your dealings with them, you get the same thing from both of them.
No,
See, there you go. That's it.
no.
So you got to date both of them.
Right,
See,
because one
so
is more consistent than the other.
Yeah.
One is more
So that's
consistent
why
than
you
the
date both.
other.
See, that's
One,
what the whole lifestyle is. It's like, okay, you want somebody, like that's a lot of pressure for somebody. You want somebody to be your everything, your all, your this, that. Like, no. And in every situation doesn't have to be physical. This person, we could be connecting on a spiritual level. We could be connecting on an emotional level. It could be a physical level. There's different levels to different relationships or whatever the case may be. And a lot of people, they look down, they look at it and they frown upon it. But you in a poly relationship, you don't even know about because he got a girlfriend or a wife or whatever the case may be. I'd rather go into a situation knowing this is what it is.
thank you. Yes, give me that option to choose. Right, give me that option to choose.
But I think like, so I'm married 30 years in September. And I think it's a little bit of both of what both of you are saying, right? So I do agree, because that's the way I was raised, an old Tommy grammar, that one person can't be your everything. But the other part of that is you have to be your everything. And if you're looking for them to be it, then it's not going to work. I also think that, just like you said, you see something like after if you go through trials and tribulations, you know, and you want to walk away, it really has nothing to do with the contract, the marriage, the ring, the symbol. It really has to do with whether or not you and this person can come to an understanding, whether it's poly, whether it's, you know, we're in it for business, we're in it for sex, we're in it. I really think that it just comes down to what's your point? Like, what's your end game? Right.
And that's the whole thing. Yeah. It's like, are y'all going towards the same goal?
Right. Like with my husband, I've been dating him since 15, and I pride myself with my daughters, and I say pride because I have 3 daughters. I must have dumped that man like 6 or 7 times. Happily and proudly.
But yeah, it's not gonna work. You gotta go.
I just tried to tell my daughters that the point to that was it was me making the decisions, but when I got married, right? Because you could just continue to date, but it's your point of your dating. You don't have to just stay. You still can just go. Mm-hmm. So, you know, and how do you do it? You do it hard. You just got to really figure out what it is you want, and nobody can stop you. That little paper don't stop nothing.
That's true. It doesn't. Sure doesn't.
And he is the exact opposite to me. Trust me. He is 5 people in one body. So when I want to be crazy, he could be crazy. When I want to be like flippity, entertain me. When it's time to do business with the kids and stuff. So it really comes down to that, knowing who you got and when. So if it's 2 guys, there's 2 guys. If it's 3 guys, it's 3 guys. The point is your own self-satisfaction, because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna do it for you.
And that's what people think. People believe like, okay, you go into a marriage, you're one person. No, you have to be 2 whole people before you go into any situation. And people are like, oh, this person has to complete me. No, you have to be a complete individual, and this person is supposed to complement you. You are responsible for your own happiness. That person is supposed to complement your happiness. That is so true,
and that's something I had to learn.
Pressure on someone else to be their everything, their happiness is like, no, I need you to be a whole individual by yourself, and I'm gonna be a whole individual, and then we come together. But then you have people that's leaning on people for whatever reason. It's like, no, I need you to be whole by yourself. Like this whole marriage, we are one. Yes, we are one, but prior to that, we came in as 2 individuals and we decided to join. But that doesn't mean we are fused together and we are one body. No, we got 2 minds, 2 heartbeats, we are 2 separate people.
Right. That is so true.
But what about them chickadees who come in because they want what you got, and then they find out that grass, baby,
it ain't that green on the other side.
It is because I'm the one.
Like
They
Amanda
got
said, you
weeds
gotta
and
make your
all
own
kinds of
grass.
stuff.
Be
You gotta go
clear.
to Home Depot and buy your own grass.
That's right.
Be clear. The grass is green, but I'm the one with the water.
That's right.
It's my
That's
water.
right.
Grass.
You want to stand on my grass with him, but it's my water and it's my water bill. If you don't take me, you ain't get him either. Because you gonna get brown grass.
Word. You planted them seeds too. Don't forget
You
that.
get brown grass, boo boo kitty. Because I'm gonna promise you that. Because if you really think about it, 50% of whoever you dating is you. Because you compliment each other, like you just said, or half 40, 60, depends on who they are. I mean, if they dude on the side. But I'm just saying that sometimes people are looking from the outside in, and they're like, "Oh, that's nice." No,
It's
it ain't,
nice.
because his feet stink, and you know what? He'll never pick up his sock.
But they don't get that part. They don't see that part. Mine's is like, okay, you're good. Like, he take care of everything and all that.
Oh.
Okay, yes, he's great as a provider. He's great as a father, all of that. But he sucks as husband. Like the whole me and him thing, that part is not the great part. So I'm not supposed to be able to complain because everything is being taken care of.
You can
No, but it's more to
That's what
it
I
than
was
just
about to
finance.
say, Teresa, like, especially when you're married, they expect the world. Like, you're not supposed to do this. You're supposed to deal with everything. Like, no, what the frig? At the end of the day, communication sucks sometimes. It be the littlest things, and it just be like, what the hell am I doing here? I should run.
Right.
Run
Run for the hills.
Run, Forrest.
It's true though. Like, for instance, right? So I'm a stay-at-home mom. My husband, he's working or whatever. I get all of that. I get the whole working aspect. But then at the same time, like, you'll come back and you'll complain, like, you're not making the money that we need for us to do other things. And I'm like, okay, so I'm going to start to work. No, I don't want you working. So what the fuck are you complaining about then? Do what you got to do so I don't have to say these things. And then when I start to say, and then another thing, I was telling Brittany this, is when you get married, for females, you tend to lose yourself because you become a wife.
Talk
and when
about
you
it.
have kids,
Let's
you
talk
become
about
known as the kid's mother. And everything you do is for that dynamic. You lose yourself. You don't give a shit about how it is until it's at the lowest point. And then when it's at the lowest point, it's like, oh my God, no, I have to pick myself back up. And then when you start to pick yourself back up, that becomes a problem.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
You met me on what I'm doing. You met me at the level where I should be right now. And all of a sudden I went down. You're okay with that, but I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, because they're going to go get somebody who you were.
Eventually.
Down, they're going to go get who you were that they like, because they want you to just stay.
Not all the time. I wouldn't
not
say
all the time.
Is that they're going to get
No,
somebody.
they want you. They like you at that point because you're not doing all those things. Like, they happy that, all right, barefoot, pregnant, in the house doing that. But then you start living, you start finding yourself again. And it's like, oh sis, where we going? What we doing?
Yes. That's what when I had my last kid, because I have twins, and then I have right now my 4-year-old. When I got pregnant with my 4-year-old, my husband did. I was like, I'm tying my tubes. He was like, what? I said, either I'm tying my tubes or you're getting snipped. You pick one because it's happening. I'm not gonna be pregnant every time. And no, you pick one, either me or you. And he was like, well, I was like, all right, so I'm having a C-section. They're doing it the same day. That's it. Somebody was like, they didn't make your husband sign. I said, sign what? I said what I said. I told the doctor, bring me my papers.
No, they make them sign. Oh yeah, they do.
He ain't signed nothing. I signed everything.
I signed everything.
I signed it, but no, honestly, they didn't make him sign anything.
Some doctors don't, though. Some doctors don't care. It's your decision.
I was like, am I eligible to do it? Will I be able to do it? I have twins already, and this is my technically my 3rd child. 2 pregnancies already. Can I do it? He was like, yeah. I said, okay, thank you. Give me my papers. And I'm just finding myself, like,
you had this whole uterus.
Brittany could tell you, I'm just finding myself, because I was like, it got to the point where the other day my sister told me, she was like, my mom said to her one day, like, that's not my daughter. That's not her. And I'm like, damn, she just telling me this. But I'm like, no, I'm finding myself. You can stay home with your kids. And it started when me and Brittany did the staycation. I was like, I'm tired. I'm over it. I gotta go. Peace. Have fun with your kids. Figure it out. I'm out.
It's hard to believe that you come back into this game.
My birthday's coming in August. I was like, I'm doing a girls trip. You can stay home with your kids. Figure it out. I'm going for my birthday. I'll cut a cake with y'all when I come back. Peace.
And that's what you have to do. You have to,
and that's
self-care and self-love.
Lamb Chop Play Along.
That's on Barney and his friends.
That's on Lamb Chop Play Along.
That's on Barney. That's on Barney and his friends.
That's what I said. People like the self-care and the self-love, like it starts with you. Is like if you cannot pour from an empty cup, and they will take everything. Anybody, people will just take and take, and you are responsible for filling that cup up. And once you fill that cup up, you don't have to pour. You don't have to share what's in your cup, and that's what people fail to realize. Once you fill your cup up, and you don't have to share it. That's on you. That's your choice. People are like, oh, you gotta give. No, I'm tired of giving. I'm tired of my cup being empty. I'm tired of all those things. It's like, no, like it's my time. It's time for me. And in the mind, you're like, oh, it's like you don't want to be a wife and a mother. Like my kids, my youngest is 8. I'm not running behind kids no more and cleaning and wiping nose and stuff like that. That's not what I'm doing. They pretty much can. They can pretty much fend for themselves. Like I help them, but I'm not. It's not the same anymore. They're older, so I don't know what you're looking for me for, especially with them.
But I think at a certain point, like your child is 8. I think when my daughter is going to be 15, everyone else is older, the 3 girls. I think at a certain point, if you're going to remain in the relationship, and this is just me, because it's more y'all than me, don't jump on me. I think, because I do believe this wholeheartedly, that there comes a time where even if they're 8, you have to say, hey, they're not going to stop getting older. We in this because it's us against them. So we have to start doing something because them little sucker little children's, we're going to get older. They're going to leave us. So we got to start.
And that's been my whole thing.
Because they are leaving us. Keep running behind them.
Like, oh, it's my kids. It's about my kids. About my kids. About my kids. But when your kids leave, you and your partner don't even know each other.
Daughters. His daughters.
Well, so that's why we go on dates. It's like go on dates. We got to do stuff. We got to keep that going because when they leave, we don't know each other. We strangers.
Yeah, because over the years, you guys drift apart. You guys don't have the same interest anymore because of the kids are around. But once the kids, that's when you got to start. You got to start this now to try to figure it out.
I promise you, my 3rd daughter, I cried. I was like, damn it, I'm going in a nursing home for sure. The doctor was like, what did you just say? I said, them 3 heifers is going to send me straight for daddy. I'm sure them girls going to gang up on me. I'm in a nursing home for sure. Let me start working my way because, daddy girls. And that's just what it is. But I be turning the tides on them, snitching and stuff.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I gotta have a spot. Girls is something else.
Yeah, I know.
We know who we are. I think that's the joy of it. I look at my daughters all the time, be like, "Little girl, get out my face. I know you. I know what you did because I did it better. Because y'all take pictures.
Yeah, they got too much evidence.
Lots of evidence." And that's the bad part. Every picture they take, they got a red cup. Yeah, I do think you have to dig deep down, for yourself. You could want to consider yourself the princess and the pea, whatever. But if you allow yourself to get into that kind of rut, then before you know it, it's gonna be like, how did I get there?
And it's so far gone that it's hard to get out of it.
Yep.
And then comes darkness.
Yup.
All you got to do now is just put on the condoms, the female condoms and the male condoms, and the whole world will be happy.
Because that's not true.
Run around all willy-nilly and don't even wash your hands.
No. Well, this was cool. Having to let y'all pick the topic.
This was a good conversation.
And it was
Good.
still, it's technically still related to health and management.
Absolutely.
Because you got to talk about these things to be healthy, you know? Like, this is
Yeah.
built of things that we're holding in. And you just need a girl circle sometimes to let it
Say
out.
it again.
Yeah.
You know, so many people will not tell the truth. They will not.
Yeah, they won't tell you. They will not tell you that it's not cheating when you wear a condom.
I'm trying to I'm looking out for you, sister. And technically, I'm the senior, 30 years married.
If she said it, it's on God. That's
senior. Get there. Get them. I'm telling you.
But why was it always okay? Like, even in the Bible, right? For the males to have multiple women and the women, she's a whore.
She's a Jezebel. That's the name they gave her. A Jezebel.
So why their penis can't be sacred?
A concubine.
Because their penis is for the streets.
It's for the
Even in Bible days, it was for the dirt roads.
It was for them dirt roads and them
it's true, but if you really dug into the Bible,
and
we supposed to take care of them.
It's true, but if you really dug into the Bible, it was the women. It was the people running the kingdom.
That's been the word.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If you really dug into the Bible, Esther, Ruth, Martha, Mary, them Jezebel concubines, harlots, they ran them men.
They ran them men.
The concubines.
They were good. They told us that the power of the PUSS law. They let us know. You got that. You got the power.
Everybody got the powers. Powers in the V.
Powers in the V.
Period. You just gotta know how to use that power.
Amen. Hallelujah.
You just gotta know how to use it.
Why do you females, right? I feel like for females, even when we're in a relationship and the guy or female, whichever one you're with, they do something and you're turned off. Like, it's hard for that switch to turn back on. Like, for instance, right, Teresa, as a married woman, right? Say, for instance, you and your husband, like, you know, things happen in the past or whatever, right? And it was just like one time where it got to the point where you just like, I can't do this, right? You got past that stage or whatever. Why is it so hard, even though you've gotten past that stage, your emotion switch towards that person is not fully back on? Like, the littlest thing that they do is just like a turn off now. Why do you think that is?
Your heart is not in it no more.
Even though you feel like you got through that situation, you in your mind, you felt like you did, but it's still there.
It's still there. Yeah,
because men cheat with their bodies and women cheat with their hearts. And so when they cheat on us, it really is not about them cheating. It's not the physical, because we probably done did 20, 30 times worse. It's the fact that they gave themselves and their mind to someone else.
But I feel like it doesn't even necessarily have to be like with cheating. It could be like the communication could have been bad, like very bad.
Because communication is a betrayal to us when you don't agree with it.
It's the trust factor.
I'm coming. We just doing a Zoom.
I think it's very much the trust factor, because
that's what it is.
If he's not communicating with you, he's not trusting you with his most deepest, darkest, whatever. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, I'm trusting you with my most deepest, darkest, because I'm taking in what you're giving me. You understand what I'm saying? If I don't trust you, I really can't fool with you.
And you talk to me, then I can't trust you, secret squirrel.
Exactly.
Secret squirrel.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. If the trust is not there, none of it matters. I can still love you.
Yeah,
but I don't trust you.
Because you're not talking to me. How can I trust you? I don't even know what you're thinking, or because you ain't saying nothing. I'm not clairvoyant.
Baby.
Exactly.
What-
But when you think about it, the two are not synonymous.
Mm-mm.
You can love somebody and not trust them. You can love somebody and not fuck with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The two are not synonymous. The love has nothing to do with
And that's
really.
really like, oh, I'm
But I
still here
also
because
feel
I
like with
love
that-
them. I love them. Love is a feeling.
I also feel
Exactly.
like with
It's
that,
an
Feelings
emotion.
change.
you can also love somebody and then just grow out of being in love with that person.
That's true too.
But you can love somebody and never be in love with that person.
That's
That
Yeah.
too.
You can. I love somebody for 30 years, but I'm not in love with you.
Yep.
Let's
There's a
you
big
know,
difference. There's a big difference.
let's keep the main
one
thing
of
the
the
main
hardest
thing.
things you can do. Like that one is like one of the hardest things to do. Knowing that you love this person, I think you try to fall in love, and the shit just don't want to
You
suit.
think it's gonna happen like any minute now? It's gonna work.
When is it gonna kick in?
It's like double
You
dutch.
don't feel it.
Just waiting. You can
And
see
that
it.
switch doesn't click.
It's like double dutch, bro.
It's
But
not double dutch. I'm not
Nope,
in
it
and
ain't
out.
happened yet.
You know, and my happiness is tied up all in it. So it's like, listen, if I tell you I'm in, I'm in. And I don't have to tell you anything because I'm going to show you just by being there. Just
That's
by
me.
encouraging, just by,
I
you
don't-
know,
I like to
filling
show you.
in where
I'm
I
not
need it. And
into
I don't have to
talking.
make a big stink about it either.
I'm not
just
here to
gonna
tell
do
you I
it.
love you every day. I'll
You know,
show you.
I'm
But
just
I'm not
gonna
here to tell you
do. I'm
that.
just gonna do whatever needs to be done. But let's not mistake it. You know, at the start and the end of the day, I told you I love you. I didn't tell you I'm in love with you.
Mm.
Let's
Another
not mistake it.
Another question all the way around. Like questions is just popping up. Like what like when you could be with somebody and shit is going down or whatever, right? You don't necessarily have to be married to this person or whatever, right?
Mhm.
Why is it so hard for females to separate themselves from that person? Like
Yo,
regardless
even
of
if you're
what,
not in love with them
like,
sometimes.
why is it so hard to
It
just
be
Because
like-
people don't want to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They
I'm
rather
agree
deal
with
with
that.
a bunch
I'm
of
agree with that.
bullshit than
It's
be
a
alone.
familiarity.
Mhm.
It's what you used to.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Okay,
She said, I don't know.
No, because I'm saying, I understand what she means by people don't want to be alone, but I feel like
It's more than that.
sometimes, well, for me, in my situation, my kid's father, I've been, in a relationship with him, 8 years? So somewhere around there, right? And to be honest, I've been in a relationship with myself for 8 years. If I want to be completely honest, right? Because
but I don't have to.
like I barely see him. He barely comes around. We mostly talk on the phone. But I feel like I have this obligation to stick around, and I don't know why. Like I don't know. I feel like if I leave, something's gonna happen to him, and I don't.
It's like, when do we say, okay, whatever happens to you happens to you?
It's a strong thing. It's called, when you feel sorry for somebody, that's a bad thing, because when you feel sorry for somebody, you're willing to do a bunch of dumb shit because you feel sorry for somebody.
Yeah.
You are not his responsibility. He's not your
Sorry
responsibility.
for him.
Yeah,
how
so
do you
he is
like,
not your
snap
responsibility.
out of that? How do you get out of that mind state?
You have to realize that this
I
person
mean,
is
I'm
not your
gonna get ready.
responsibility.
At this point, I don't give a fuck. At this point, I don't give a fuck
Like, this
anymore.
person is not
But-
your responsibility. Where's his mama? Where's his daddy? You're not his daddy. Not his responsibility. Like, Miss Jackson, come get your son. Like,
Yes.
I'm gonna go into preterm labor. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go to preterm labor down here. So don't have no baby down here. Mom don't want you to have no baby down here. He'd be like,
But yeah,
it's a big thing. People feel sorry, and when you feel sorry for, and it doesn't even have to be a spouse or something. Because when you feel sorry for somebody in general, you're willing to jump through all these hoops and hurdles to make sure that you're there for that person. And it's like, you want more for them than they want for themselves, and that's a problem.
And people guilt you.
Yes, because I feel like you tend to fall for people's potential instead of for what
that's
they
the
really
worst
are.
thing that you could ever do is fall for somebody's potential. You got to meet people where they at, not where you think they're gonna be. And if they never make it there, then you feeling like, what the hell? Like he said he may get to there, so you got to take them for who they are and not what you think they can become, because they may never reach that level.
And
Right.
people guilt you.
And his
Let's
thing
not
is,
forget, people guilt
his
you.
thing-
People find out what your thing is, and they capitalize on it. And it might not even be a conscious, oh, I'm looking for, but oh, she likes to feed people and I like to eat. So I'm definitely gonna stick with her because I know she's always gonna feed me. You know what I mean? In the same way, you feeding them physically, you're making food, and you're here, baby, try this or whatever. You're feeding that emotional need. Listen, there's a lot of people out here who got mommy issues, daddy issues.
Okay. And a lot
And
of
they're
childhood trauma that they haven't
Absolutely.
dealt with, that goes into these relationships and wonder why they act like that. It's like, oh,
That's another thing I meant to tell you earlier. Beginning of July. Brittany.
Absolutely.
That's another thing I meant to tell you earlier. Oh,
sorry. Wait, she said something?
no.
Oh.
yeah. Because people, they don't believe that childhood trauma is real. People think, oh, the only way you have childhood trauma is if you've been molested. No, the way you was raised has to deal with how you deal with
It
stuff.
can be a trauma.
Yes, that's your trauma. Like, it's also type. And then if you don't deal with that, then you go into these situations and you wonder why you keep repeating the same thing. It's because there's something within you that you have yet to heal or fix.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
Yep.
I wonder what next week's topic. So somebody got to figure out next week's topic, because I've been doing all the topics up to this point. Now it's up to y'all. You in our messenger group, Shakila?
No.
I'm gonna have to add you to the messenger group. Yeah. And you're not in my you're not in the Fit and Fab Facebook page, right? Because we was doing a 21. Half of y'all not even doing a 21-day self-care challenge. I'm watching y'all. Y'all not posting stuff. Terrible. Every day is something you're supposed to do for yourself. I haven't been posted, but I have posted. I just haven't put them in there. But I've been doing some stuff, and I try to put it in there.
You've definitely posted, and you definitely got me thinking. But I wasn't gonna do this. Not right now.
Not right now.
Not right now.
Well, it'll always be up there, so then you can always go back if you decide to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But then we're gonna do the next week. We're gonna do the clean eating challenge, because once a month we gotta clean everything out.
Yes. Absolutely.
So this was fun. This is really, really, really fun. So
yeah.
Can't wait to see what next week's topic is gonna be, because I'm no longer choosing. It's up to you guys.
Okay, I like the way you are relinquishing the reins, mother.
Yes, I felt like it's like, okay, I'm coming up with the topics. I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna hand it over and let people see what they want to talk about. But this, like she said, this was like, it's a form of healing. It's a form of, getting this stuff out. Like, some people don't feel comfortable within their own circle. Like, people like, oh, well, like, I joined a sisterhood and different things. Like, everybody's for a different purpose. Some people don't understand what it is that you talk about comfortable, and they with judgment. When you find a circle where there's no judgment and different things, it's like, oh, I can say how I feel and know that someone's not judging me for it. It's like, it's the greatest space that you can be in.
Yep. It's very true.
These spaces are needed because these questions need to be asked, and then you have different women from different walks of life that can answer it in different ways, and nobody's trying to put somebody else's ideas and thoughts and their beliefs on you.
Right. It's so needed. So needed. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for everything. The laughs were much needed.
Wait, are y'all in New York?
Yes.
Huh?
I'm in New York.
Yes. I'm in New York.
Well, we already know you in New York, Teresa.
We are done, yeah. But you asked, so I just answered.
So I was saying that we should do the escape room.
I tried that, and it could get real ugly because people are stupid. I've done it like twice, and it's like
we wasn't that dumb.
No, speak for yourself, bitch.
like it said turning to the left, like you don't know what your left is.
Good.
That really tells you how you feel about people. It's like you're a dummy, and we never do this again. Like, oh no.
No, but they have a Crayola, kids one, a Crayola one.
Oh,
where
really?
It's like they have this big. It's huge, and she said that you need a group.
A Rugrat one.
And they're coming out with a new one. It's a Rugrats one.
You really got me having to do a lot. So now I'm really
Okay.
So we should do it.
What size are you?
We'll think about it.
If you keep
Come down here on his own now.
you fit a zero
Yeah.
and she.
I said you
We should be
All right.
doing
This
something.
was a long conversation. Usually we done way before 8. We was over 8. This was good.
Bruh, it's a whole 8:30.
Yeah, it's like this was good.
Normally we off by now.
Yes, we would have been on, but this was juicy.
Yeah, this shit not nice, right? Where is it?
Okay. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for sharing. Until next time, be well. Good night.